Hello everyone and welcome to the very first Bible Dork video that's an actual review. So hopefully these things are going to get better over time, but for right now this is the first one, and I also kind of want to set the guidelines, tempo, whatever expectations for what we're trying to achieve in these videos. And if you want to see something in the video that's not in the video, it's from a review standpoint, please let me know. And let's get started. So the very first Bible we're going to be reviewing is the new Platinum Series Turquoise text block. It's red letter. It's from Church Bible Publishers. This is the new one in the Buffalo. I'm really excited to be looking at this. So it's sealed. It's in the box. We're going to do the video in two parts. First is going to be the unboxing, and then we'll probably have like a little pause, and then I'm actually going to spend a few moments breaking the Bible in and things of that nature. That won't be on video. Then we'll cut back in and we'll actually do the review outside of just the unboxing and initial looking at the Bible. So some things I want to look at when we open the Bible. I want to look at all the physical aesthetics of the Bible. I want to look at the gilding. I want to look at how many ribbons, the leather itself, how it smells when I take it out of the box. Some Bibles are kind of chemically, and the Thomas Nelson Bibles, the new Premier series they've done recently, I've got a few that came out of the box smelling awesome. Also got a few coming out of the box that smelled kind of chemically, so it's kind of hit or miss on those. I've had Bibles from the church-based Bible publishers, specifically their red Bibles. They seem to sometimes come off really chemically to me. Then I've had other Bibles that just smell like that awesome leather that we love to smell, like that best wallet if you're a guy you've ever had, or that awesome leather purse if you're a lady that just smells fantastic. And we're going to be looking at those types of things. So just the aesthetics of the Bible. Then we're going to, like I said, we'll take a break and we'll come back with a part 2 of the video. So let's get into it. First thing we're going to talk about is how it's presented here. It comes in a box, and it's just a plain blue box. It's got the label here. It says mid-size. I don't know what that CTRCO is. It's like a center column. Red letter, Water Buffalo. So just really simple there. And just to focus there. Comes wrapped in plastic. From a tech spec standpoint, I'm not going to go over the tech specs. I'm just going to have a little transitional video that I'm going to be working on that will have the tech specs in those, and that will transition us into the next area. But let's get it out of the box here. So it comes wrapped up, and let's go ahead and get it out of the box here. I'm liking the stamping already. It looks very nice. So let's go ahead and get this guy open here. In the past, I used lots of knives. I'm going to be a little more careful here, and we're going to use the scissors. So, I don't know. The knife may be a little better. See here? Oh, there we go. There it is. This is the brown buffalo. Let's just get a look at it here. So, see if we can get zoomed in here and look at the actual detail on the leather. Get refocused. Just really get in there and get a look at that. The grain is awesome. And we have our standard gold gilding. 3 ribbons, which is awesome. One of my biggest gripes is not having 3 ribbons in these larger Bibles. And looks like they're nice. 10 millimeter. If we're using the metric system, about 3/4 inch for good old US measurement system there. They look, trying to look at the get a good shot of those so you can see the quality of the ribbons. I mean, they don't look like they're bearish ribbon, they look like they're nice ribbons. And the inside, so it is a leather lined Bible. Let's get a look at these corners. very well done. Of course, this was done by AA Leather, so this is a little bit step up here anyway. You find that there's a couple of Bibles that are done by them. It looks like these are done by AA. Also, if you get a Build-A-Bible, custom Bible, those are done by Post Tenebris Lux, which is Jeffrey Rice. He handles those. But there it is. We have this nice leather liner there. This is an Edgeline Bible. And see that there. We have our standard card that we have there. And I'm going to spend a few moments actually going through a proper break-in process for this. We'll do a separate video of that, and then also just kind of getting it all fanned out and everything, and then we'll come back. Alright, so we're back, and one thing I did not do was do the old smell test of this. This has still only been out of the box about 5 minutes, so we're going to give it a big sniff right here and kind of give an idea of what it's like. And there is no odd odors to this Bible whatsoever. It just smells like a big old piece of brown leather, and I love that. So let's go ahead and get into this thing and take a look. Actually, let me grab my chart as well. We'll put that here in the foreground. Alright. So the first thing we have here, let's go ahead and open it up. And we've broken it in a little bit, so it's stiff here at which we expect a lot of times in these Edgeline Bibles like this. Sometimes they're stiff right here at the spot where they bind it in the front. And it's already softening up just in the basic 5 minutes I've had here playing with it. First thing we want to look at here is just the consistency of the text. So let's go ahead and be looking at that. We're just going to start flipping through some pages here and see if we see any areas where it goes light to dark. That right there seems a bit more bold to me than this does. I don't know if you guys see that or not, but this is definitely a bit more bold than this is. So, and this is the kind of things that we see with these types of Bibles. I mean, even there alone we see this is much more bold than this is. So keep going through here again. Definitely a little bit of varying consistency on the print. Some of this is very bold. Some of it's a little lighter in spots. One thing I definitely want to focus in on is the red letter. This is a red letter edition. Personally, I'm not a red letter Bible fan for a myriad of reasons. I find it distracting a lot of times, but I know a lot of people love them, and this is not a Bible dork preference video. This is just me wanting to show you what these things are. So we have some red text here. Let's go ahead and get this a little closer to the camera so you can see how dark it is. Just get a good shot of that print all the way around. And this is probably a real good time to get out our chart. So throughout these videos, I'll be using this chart from allbibles.com. It's fantastic. If you print it at 100% on your printer, then you should be able to look at this chart and get directly an idea of what this print is supposed to be. We all know that they may say that a print is a specific thing, but fonts vary, text varies, so because of these variations, it may not line up like that. This is supposed to be an 11-point text. It's based on a presentation reference. So let's go ahead and get this over here and get a look at that. So if this is 11 point, This is definitely a little larger than 11 point on this chart. Doesn't mean it's not 11 point in this font, but in this chart it's definitely larger than 11 point. I would say it's closer to a 12.5. I'd say this is about a 12.5 on the All Bibles print size chart. So if you want to download this, if you're considering purchasing this Bible at 100%, print it and get, say, hey, now I can visualize on this piece of paper exactly how big that font's going to be. So about 12.5 on the All Bibles chart. Let's continue looking at some of this red letter text. See how consistent it is. We have a basic concordance in the back. Not seeing a lot of variation in the red letter. It seems to be pretty consistent. It's not a super dark red. It's a kind of a base red. I say a medium reddish color. It's not super dark. It's not super bold, but it looks to be pretty consistent. We also have a concordance here. We have our standard note pages, and then we're going to have our church maps. These look to be standard maps that exist in all the Church Bible Publishers Bibles. And usually there's 5 pages at the end. 3, 4, 5. 5 pages. And then we have our AA leather binding here. So one thing, on an initial just look at this, just from an unboxing and initial look, this is a $125 Bible. So at $125, you're stepping up your game, and you're also putting yourself in a different league. So when you're putting yourself in a different league, you're going to have to be a little bit heavier scrutinized. And to see any inconsistency in the print at $125, that's a bit of a frustration for me personally. But you can take that however you'd like. Regardless, the inconsistency is not horrible. It's not unreadable or any of those things. It's a slight variation. This brings me to my next thing here, the Art Gilding. It's a red under gold. Looks very nice. Very similar to the Cambridge style red under golds that we see in, some of their, Clarion lines or Pitt lines or some of that nature, Concords. Any of their, Art Gilded, they seem to have this type of red under gold. This is a standard authorized King James text, so we're going to have our standard translator's notes in here. We're going to have our breakdown of the signs that are used in the books, our table of contents, and from there we're just getting into the Bible. So looks to be very nice. Center column here. If we are familiar with the presentation reference text from Cambridge, this is just another one of those. I like the margins. It has a decent sized margin here. We're not talking a super wide margin to write in, but it's better than going to the edge of the page. I could definitely make some small notes if I wanted here to point back to some underlining, things of that nature. And being that it is already a reference Bible, we have some of that cross-referenced for us. It looks to be a great Bible. For $125, would I suggest this? Yes, I would, because the binding is beautiful. The ribbons are nice. I can't tell you how much I just love the binding. I love this leather. Here lately, I've been trying to attempt to get into some Bible binding myself and playing with different leathers, and it's amazing the variations you see in different types of leathers between cowhide and goatskin, and this is just really nice. I really don't know what to say. It's a beautiful Bible, very well done. The stamping is great. It's clean. It's crisp. I've got no major negatives to say about this Bible. The only issue that I have with it is that slight inconsistency in some of the print. Beyond that, it's a beautiful Bible. I look forward to other editions from church in this type of binding. I have way too many note takers Bibles as it is, so I probably will not be getting this in the note takers. I purchased this myself for my collection. This will stay with me. I actually really look forward to adding this to the collection. It's very well done. So thank you very much for joining me here at Bible Dork. We got a lot of reviews coming. I think the next one we got coming up is a out-of-print local church Bible that I think was briefly published by Church as well. And it's a wide margin Bible, and I look forward to bringing that to you. And that should be coming soon. If it does not come before Christmas, I would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thank you for joining me here at Bible Dork. Any other Bibles you want to see, please let me know. We're going to be going through some Bibles that I did at Theology Shark, redoing those Bibles so they're consistent with the newer format, and also just taking a look at those again so they're all in one channel. Thanks for joining me. Have a happy holiday, guys.